Alright, let's play some games. Let's see what's showing up here though. Okay. Let's go. Alright, let's play. So okay, let's just play first and then I'll talk about my assumptions probably later on. Okay. This can't be bad. So if I take, I don't see anything wrong with this, but if I don't take, yeah, I don't see how this helps him. This is quite interesting. I actually don't like the sack there. Let's go here. Why didn't I should have played Queen A4 there. Okay, anyways, let's review some of the assumptions here. So here, wait, am I able to make moves? Yes, I am. I mean, here I had a choice, take or just play knight c3. And then I just wanted to allow this kind of position. But I did feel that this is gonna, how am I gonna play bishop d3? Because d4 is always a little bit weak. When I took, I figured both captures don't make much sense because bishop takes, I have d5 somewhere. And if f takes, the pawn structure looks ugly. I did not see this coming at all. I don't see how it can be that good. Yeah, at worst, I even have takes on f7, and I'm surprised I didn't even think about that option. d5 just looked too tempting, but then after this, I realized if I played g4, I was worried about a sack along these lines, like here. I dismissed that. It didn't look right. It looks too risky. So I played this instead, and I was willing to just give up some pawns, but then it did kind of feel airy, like I can't play bishop d3, still don't want to play g4, so I thought let's just tuck it back to g3 and accept that my position will get a bit opened up. And in hindsight, I don't... Okay, so I'm a pawn up. I wasn't even thinking about that during the game. I was just willing to like go down this line. I mean, I was a little bit worried about the d5 pawn, so I went with something forcing, but I don't know why I didn't think about queen a4 until after I played bishop e5, because this is winning a piece. Okay, so I don't really need to analyze past that, I think. Here's just some things like here I realized after that my bishop is guarding b8 promotion, and then this bishop is guarding that e8 square against the rook. One thing here was that after this, there was a tactical oversight after king f2. I missed that he can play bishop c5, and here I would have been in a bit of a pickle. I don't really see a way out. Having said that, I did think that maybe there's nothing that crazy with this discovery. Like, even at worst, if I can promote, like, what is he really doing with that discovery? I don't really know. I mean, sure, he can pick up a rook or something. He has to take that queen. Yeah, it's just... Gosh. Like here, I'm up. Am I up anything? I'm up. No, just 2 pawns. Yes, anyways, king f2. So if I had seen that there's this bishop c5 idea, I wouldn't even have allowed knight e3, and I would have found a way to counter it. But then this existed quite a while ago, like ever since knight e2, which is so ever since here. But there is no really better way to deal with this, except maybe just, I don't know why I didn't promote now, like at least get something clarified. And then at least this way, it's like, if something like, okay, hold on, 93 is not even doing anything now. Yeah, anyways. So now let's check some assumptions against the engine here. If I turn on the analysis lines. So d4, okay, my phone. Let's go through this. So here, f3 is played. Okay, so I wasn't wrong with that. Okay. And then here, c4 keeps the advantage. G4 I knew was a possibility because I've seen this kind of position a long time ago when I used to play this a bit. But I just know it gets weird. Some weird stuff like this. I guess some kind of mainline here. And then knight c3. And then what happens? I don't know. Just like if they take, I'm not really sure how I'm playing here except to play g5 and try to win on d5. But then they'll play c. Let's see. Where does this even go? Knight h5. And what if I just grab the pawn this way? I'm guessing. Just trying to think for myself here. Do they have so c6, knight c3? It just looks good. Like this doesn't really do anything. Funnily enough, it's saying black is doing better after this. I'm curious why. So white is up a pawn. My king side is a wreck. It's a mess. I guess just white's development is really difficult. Like bishop d3 is always losing the pawn to queen takes d4. So I am overstretched still. It has to be a very accurate play. So after c6, I cannot just develop naturally. There's something concrete here. So let's say queen e2. What about just bishop e7? What's the idea here? I guess now I can trade everything. Yeah, okay. Now I can trade everything because I am up a pawn there. That's very concrete. The way I played, I actually like it better. Just more straight, like just simpler. Here, just letting him come back in the game. It's fine. Just grabbing a small little whatever I can. Here, like, yeah, I just figured if, interesting that knight c6 is still close to equality. Like, I thought, yeah, what the heck, this is a main line or something. So I played d5, and this is not good. That's crazy. I figured, this doesn't do much, but this, I figured I had knight a3. So let me just think for myself here, like why does black, I'm not looking at the engine lines here. I guess f takes is straightforward. And then I don't really want to be going into this kind of thing. Castle queen side, yeah, like definitely black is doing better there. Interesting. So I get kind of wrecked after knight b4. Knight a3 is not sufficient. That's one place where my assumption was incorrect. That here I thought I'm just saving everything after knight a3, but I didn't really look at the situation after this. Now everything starts to crumble. So then let me just try to think for myself here. If after knight c6, I'm just looking at the engine bar, so it's around equal actually. Strain, yeah, it's crazy. So that's crazy, man. So I can't taking an a6 isn't really because of knight c6 and knight b4, and then no, this doesn't make sense. Like here, why can't I just take on f7 then as an intermezzo? Again, it likes black. King takes. Am I really that, like, let's say here? Is this really that bad? Here I just play knight c3 because rook e8 is coming. Okay, fine. Okay, yeah, this is starting to get really ugly. If I play king f2, the sack on e3 is looking tasty for black. But what is it? Yeah, it is saying sack. King takes, but I'm still not seeing a concrete way to put this away. Like, how would black even put this away? Is it knight takes and bishop c5 or some shit like that? Hold on. There's gotta be something there. Knight takes, queen takes. Oh, man. There's no IG4. If queen e7. If queen e7, king f2, rook e8. I feel like white is surviving in all the lines I'm looking at. Unless there's a sack. No. Okay, now let's look at the engine. It's saying a few different ways to continue. It's not straightforward at all. This is insane. Bishop c. Wow. Okay. Let's see. I believe what Jonathan Rosen says, that you get better at chess by taking responsibility for difficult decisions at the edge of your capability. So this is a total blind, like where like this is where I can improve, right? Like I couldn't really see a way to continue for black here, and so like I know white should be close to losing, but I also cannot find a way to continue, and so in a very practical way, I would see white actually winning here because white is up 2 pawns, and black is not going to find a way to cash in at my level. But then, so this is where I can improve because actually black is winning here, and if you look at the engine, there's like at least 4 different ways that black is just considerably better. So now listen. So bishop c2, the idea is that obviously I want to take on d4. I still don't see it actually because after bishop c2, okay, this one of these, okay, even queen takes c2. My God, like, is it really that strong? So now I'm starting to get the idea that we're gonna take here, and then after this we have rook e8, I guess. Yes, that is enough. Now, if I go queen d2, I'm still not seeing what the heck are we doing here. So one of the other engine lines that I quickly looked at is giving me an idea here is to put the queen on e7 and then bring the other rook into play somehow. That cannot be bad, but it's saying all the other moves are. It's saying very concretely knight g4 because of this line, this diagonal skewer here. Yeah, I'm starting to see it. So queen g5, let's say king e2, and then rook e8 gets the king off. I think so. King e2 and then rook e8 is enough. That's crazy, man. So there's so many tactical like blindnesses, blind sides in my. So going back here, it's like, why was I not able to see all this? Like, so taking, like, how would I even get my mind to get to that level where I could be cognizant of these opportunities? Like, let's get rook takes e3 here. So d4 is a power balance square. I'm getting the queen off the line with bishop c2. Queen d2 would be played. But then knight g4, what kind of move is that? That's crazy. So the idea is to get my queen to g5 for an extra check. So I think the real idea, if I wanted to see all these tactics, is that is a combination of things. Like one is that I want my rook to get to e8 after this. And to get my rook to e8, I need to move the queen out with force somewhere. Knight g5 is actually one of the ways to do it. It does get my queen to g5 with force. Then the rook comes to e8. Now, obviously, now here, it says it's not enough. It's not working. I'm guessing, so let's say I take queen g5, I guess just queen f2, king f2 should, is that enough? I think so. Takes, if queen g5, king f2, I think should be enough to survive. Because this kind of check, there's knight f3. It's fine. What else? Yeah, it's not much else happening, I guess. Although it's still sketch. I guess the whole point is that if black does this and white gets to play knight f3, then I think white is okay. Like if we play slow chess, something like this, of course I'm going to take, but even something like knight f3 is enough to get white consolidated. So knight g4 has to be played at a time when there's no time to play knight f3, I guess. So in this line, we're doing a few of these things. It's like the knight gets to come here in time, so in a way that the queen gets to come here without allowing this knight f3 stuff. And also we get the rook to e8 at some point. What else? That knight d4 line is interesting. Like, why does this work? Like, queen takes. Again, there's a kind of power balance squares thing happening here, which means there should be something. Now, taking obviously is very tempting because I'm thinking here, like, if I take, I do have rook e8, getting a mating net, but it doesn't seem enough because there's of course ways to like c4, for example, c5 stops c5 from black. Yeah. So the cool thing is I'm going through this analysis without looking at the engine lines, only checking them after I say something. And so like when I said c5 and I checked the engine, it's like, yeah, c5 is the top choice. So even while I'm not seeing the bigger tactics, I am finding some moves. So it's some cause for hope. It's like I'm not completely dumb here. Fuck. But it is saying that black has something here. I'm looking at the bar, engine bar, not looking at the lines yet. What the heck does black have here? So queen e7 with the idea of rook d8. I think I saw that before. Yeah, like here, check. Let's say king goes to, aha, so the king cannot go step onto the d file. Knight e4 doesn't seem right because now I have too many things kind of attacking the e4 square that I can. So for example, I'm looking at some line. I think rook d8 first, probably. Is the queen just trapped? That's crazy. I think queen is just trapped here. So, and then, oh my god, is there a... I can take out the knight and play bishop c5 even. My god, that's crazy. So here I wanted to play bishop c5, but I didn't have support for it. Queen e7 actually introduces support so that if he blocks with something, I do have bishop c5 in some lines, although not... I wonder if even here, to be honest, like if I just take it, if he takes, there's bishop c5. So this is already enough, actually. You don't even have to play rook d8. That's the gist of it. And so if he tries to get the king off, he can't go to the d file somewhere because there's rook d8. And obviously f2 would just still out. So okay, this is crazy. So I actually had this idea of playing this to play bishop c5. But I had to see that this creates the support for bishop c5. That's still the idea. Amazing. Okay, so going back, I don't want to go too exhaust. I don't want to exhaust myself here, but what did I get from this? It's like some very interesting things. Like here, how powerful knight b4 was after this, because knight a3, there was a blind spot because f takes shreds my center, and then this is actually a line, like a main line kind of thing, so I can't be going into this. And other thing was how powerful. What else going on here? That even something like this actually helps black because of the line we saw with check and then the rook coming to e8 in the sack. So then I need a conclusion. Like, how should white play? If because it's crazy that with f3 played, it's like my pieces just aren't developing right. They're all getting open to tactics, like, so it's not clear to me how white should play here. It's not looking right, which now makes me think that maybe white really does need to play as aggressively as possible. The only other way I see this working, looking at the engine line, is like bishop b5, so that I get to develop with as much force as possible with knight e2 and castles to follow. But maybe I just need to play as aggressively as possible, g4, and just accept this. Because I've looked at this line already, like here, c4, e6, I think it was knight c3, and then if something like this here, I could kick the knight, remember this, knight h5, and then here the idea is I have queen e2, and I trade everything off and I'm up a pawn. So I'll just memorize that line. Just play g4. Just play g4, play as aggressively as possible. g5, kick out the knight, take that damn pawn. Now here, of course, c6 doesn't need to be played. It's suggesting other things for black. Even here, I guess black is doing fine. It's crazy. It requires a very concrete approach. So maybe, okay, so take, engine says don't take there. I just need to memorize this, I guess. It's saying f4. So what is this doing? It's kind of... let's see what in hindsight what it does. Okay, so let's say black just develops. Okay, he takes. What am I gonna really play? What the heck is going on? f5. This gets insane. So that's the real idea of f4. Here is to play f5 because the bishop's kind of overloaded. So how would black stop that? He can't just take on c4 surely. It says that black is gonna just allow this. Crazy. And black does get a lot of counterplay if I take this way. My king is way too open, it says, I guess. Knight c2 is coming. So I don't take yet. What the heck is going on? Your c takes. Let the knight go to an inferior square. Okay, let's see goes b4. What am I doing here? Now I take. What am I just allowing this? Really? Okay, it says don't go here. Knight takes a1. It likes this for some reason. Like, let's say he takes here. What kind of line is this? What if c6? I take. That's not helping for black. And if he goes, okay, so let's say bishop d7. I guess it's just knight f3 or something eventually, and then rook e1. So let's see, he tries to stop this. Wow, there are some real threats, g6. Then what if he castles? Then I can take on d7. Gosh. Okay, so honestly, like, I can't get all the different, like, I'm quite bound to make bad decisions in this line because there's too much kind of coming at me right now. But so all I know is that I can come back to this and look at it more. Like, I kind of need to look at this again in the future so that it sticks more. And I'm sure if I counter this line more in Blitz, people will play it against me. But for now, I guess what can I take away from this? It's that that kind of slow way to just keep the pawn doesn't work here. Like, black really does. White, as soon as I feel like if I want to slow play this, then don't play f3. Like, there are other moves white can try here. There's why is this working? Like, isn't c6 just enough? I think because I'm gonna give away the queen. Like, if he... Okay, what if b takes, though? Bishop e2? Yeah, back. Like, this kind of way of playing I can understand. This is... I can slow play it. If something like, let's say, knight b7, I can just slow play it, just develop naturally with something. And it's like white just keeps an easy edge. Like, let's say I just give back the pawn. Okay, here I can just take the bishop. But let's say here, something like, let's say knight takes and just castles. Playing c4 next, like, this is just a very easy way for white to play. It's not, and it's enough. It's enough of an edge. I don't even need to go into the main stuff. But I feel like as soon as f3 gets played, now white is just like the position is just kind of shitty. All we have is the initiative. So now, so do take the initiative. Like, don't just slow play it. Go with this. Like, go for it. Just fucking go for all of it. And then here, just fucking like, just go for all of it. Like, go for all of it. Let him. Then, except here, now be careful. Why though? Like, if I take the pawn, what was wrong with taking the pawn? I can't even remember honestly. It was like, I think like this wasn't really working because of knight c6, and then I don't even remember like what the heck, why. Like, let's say can I just develop something? Still knight b4, eh? Really, really, dude. Really, is this really so good for black? What the heck is going on? Why can I guess, yeah, just the structure sucks for white. It's always just shitty there. It's always there. It's always just shitty. So nothing really works. So here, it's not about grabbing the extra pawn. It's still about creating further tactical threats. This and then f5. f4, turning f5, and then just play that kind of position. That's one way to play, or I'm just going to play bishop b5 there. Here, instead of f3, if I wanted to have a slower game, just like bishop b5, and then just accept this kind of game. And then it's okay just to play bishop b2 back. I kind of discombobulated black's development. He doesn't get to play e6 and knight c6, all that garbage. Just trade things off. It likes queen e2 for some reason better. I don't know why. I think because the knight wants to go to f3. Even better. Yeah, this is the way I like to play, honestly. It's just an easy, really solid, awesome way to continue. Okay. There were some other assumptions though, like in this game. Like here I played queen a4. I don't need to look at everything, I guess. Yeah, I just missed queen a4. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. So I actually got a lot out of that game. I feel like this quality is more important than quantity right now. So in the future, maybe I'll just do like a 10-minute game and then really drill down on the analysis. Like yesterday, I did this without streaming, of course, and I really got a lot out of it. Like learned quite a bit about the Italian opening, and then here I just really learned a lot about this whole line. I'm not sure how much of it will stick, but definitely. I mean, it would stick if I can review it somehow, but yeah. I think let's leave it at that. I don't need to play more games. Maybe this is enough training, to be honest. It's like I get a lot out of just streaming this much. Like, how long did I even spend on this whole exercise? Like half an hour? I think I must have. How long is the stream? I'll check out. Yeah, 28 minutes. That's it, eh? So in like 25 minutes, how much did I learn and get and challenge my assumptions and make difficult decisions and stuff? It's like half an hour of chess study and not much else required even. I love it. So that's a very efficient way for me to improve at chess. And then I can spend my time doing other things, other hobbies, other passions, other study. Life is good. All right. Let's leave it at that. That's how to end this stream. Yeah. Okay.